Good day everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. I trust you're all well and you are ready for the upcoming week. So today I'll be analyzing with you guys the upcoming week. I have a bit of a flu, so please don't mind my voice. We have to continue to work. Happy Easter to you and your family. I hope you enjoyed. So guys, this is a screenshot from TradingView. So I'm looking at the dollar index. So this is what we always do every week. We on a Sunday I analyze charts and then look at proper setups for the upcoming week. So it's been a while since I analyzed USD, the dollar index with you guys, but I always check on it. So yeah, that's the dollar index. So if you can see, we have a downtrend taking place. Price broke out of this low, impulse to the upside, continue to the downtrend, impulse a bit to the upside. This was a consolidative stage. From there it broke out of that area and then didn't tap this low. You understand? It didn't tap this low. There's a low here that made me have this demand zone there. So price did not tap this zone, which is it's actually an area that is standing alone. It's a impulse movement that is actually alone. So in order for the market to be confirmed to move, it has to give us one or two touches on this zone, because currently we only have one zone here. We need one or two touches again before we can be fully confirming that the price could possibly move to the upside. You understand? But it can happen that price breaks out of this resistance area. From there it pulls back and change the direction to the upside. I'm anticipating a change of direction, but only after we close off this price here, this lower low. You understand what I'm saying? So let's jump to other currency pairs and let's see what we have for this week. Looking at the USDJPY on the 4-hour time frame, this was quite an impressive move from the USDJPY. The previous week we had, actually this week we had NFP on Friday on the 7th. It was Easter. It was actually Good Friday. We had a NFP news. So let me go to the 15 minutes and look at it. So this candle is the 15-minute candle. This candle here is the NFP candlestick that occurred during the news. Price just spiked to the upside. So let's look at it on the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour, since I'm looking for the dollar index to move to the downside, this is pair correlation. The dollar index will definitely move to the downside, but this the USDJPY takes longer to catch up with the dollar index movement. So it will only impulse a bit to test the supply zone, and then from there it will drop. You understand what I'm saying? But this demand zone, if you can see, we have a touch here, we have a third touch even. So this demand zone is strong and there are potential buyers here. If the market comes and drops to this zone, it's going to interest buyers, and buyers are going to come in and look to take the market to the upside. Here it interests sellers because it was selling there. Chances are it's just pulling back to test because it doesn't test at the zone. So chances are it's testing and pulling back to the zone, testing the previous breakout. From here we drop like a rock. From here we're looking to buy. Possibly this would be on Wednesday. We have CPI news. So this is what I'm anticipating on the USDJPY for this coming week. A drop to the downside. From here we take long buys, and then we could target the first target at 133.777. If we break from here, then we could go very far. Taking a look at the Euro USD on the 4-hour time frame, with the dollar index going to the downside, the euro have already broken out of this zone. It's been rallying for quite some time. These are all demand zones. Price broke out of this zone, impulsed the past week, and then pulled back. Currently price pulled back, so we're looking for price to to impulse to the upside to test the previous zone there, giving us a second touch. Possibly could have a double top pattern, and then from there we take shots going all the way to the downside. Taking a look at the GBPUSD on the daily time frame, I want to show you this on the daily before I move to the smaller time frames. So this is the high of 2022 December the 14th. So price on the 4th of April, GBP impulsed out of that zone. Currently it's pulling back, so we could have a potential retest of that zone, giving us a second touch, and then from there we drop. Let me quickly go to the 4-hour. And this candlestick, the previous candlestick, the pin bar, it indicates to us that price is failing to break, so we could have an impulse. From there we could take short positions. Continuing, let's have a look at gold, the gold market on the 4-hour time frame. Gold has been bullish for quite some time. So what I'm actually thinking and anticipating is that, and what I know is that the market revolves around selling and buying. So we sell high and we buy low. Price was low here, we bought. Price was high here, we sold. So we sell high and we buy low. So what I'm anticipating is that price to possibly maybe pull back to test the breakout here, and then we have a breakout from this zone. Price impulsed out of the 2000 zone, impulse to this smooth flying move. From there it dropped to pull back, so possibly it could test even a little bit from there, shoot to the upside to give us a second top. From there we take this gold to the downside. Most will come and sell, but it could break. I might be wrong, so this is what I'm anticipating. So just trade carefully. From here drop, pull back, and possibly even test the previous lows, or even change direction, or we could buy again from here. We'll just see how the week comes. Taking a look at the USD CAD, US dollar versus Canadian dollar. So the price also have been on quite a tricky and a long downtrend. If you can see here, we had a consolidative state here, an impulse out of a consolidative state, price impulse, pull back, tested the previous breakout of there, and from there it just became a choppy market, chopping, and then sellers came in hard from there, and price broke out of the low, impulsing, breaking even further, pulling impulse, pull back, and dropping just like a rock. Currently price found a low, and it's looking to test the previous breakout from there. So price, I'm anticipating the price could just push up and test this breakout. From there we could drop. From here buyers are going to potentially come in, considering that the dollar will start to be bullish from here. That's actually what I'm looking at. So that's it for this week, guys. Trade carefully, and then trade setups. What I do is that I react. I don't just what's happening here can be a different story, you understand? So it could just drop from here or even break, so I'll only take trades from there or from there. But what I mostly do is I react. Price could break out, so I know it's a change of direction, there's something going on, and then I get read news, I understand what the fundamental news are saying, and then that's when I go for a move. What I'm analyzing could totally be a different story. It's risky, but I'm just speculating and preparing with what I see. Stay blessed.